So guys, we have been talking about the natural selection and we have already studied the disruptive selection and also the other types of selection as well. And today we are going to study about the stabilizing selection. Stabilizing selection is a type of natural selection in which the population of a particular non-extreme trait stabilizes. Here non-extreme trait means the intermediate trait. Okay, so here you can see in the stabilizing selection an intermediate trait got selected while the non-intermediate trait got discarded. While in the disruptive selection you can see that the non-extreme trait got selected and this intermediate trait got discarded. But here it is totally opposite. This is, instead of favoring individual with extreme phenotypes, it favors the intermediate type. Stabilizing selection tends to remove the more severe phenotype. These are the severe phenotype, right? Because they have either the white or the black colors, right? This is the totally black and this is totally white, so they are extreme phenotype, and this is the intermediate one. It is neither the black or neither the white. It has the intermediate color, intermediate coat color of their body, so resulting in the reproductive success of the average phenotype, and they get the advantage and thus they produce their own population of individuals. To understand it, here take the population of deer as an example. And the traits considered is the length of the tail of the deer. So one is the short tail deer, other is the intermediate tail deer, and the final one is the long tail deer. So within this population of deer, there are three different types of length of the tail in the deer. And as usual, the intermediate trait will be the most abundant at the beginning. Now consider here a graph. If we take the individuals with the short length of the tail and the intermediate and also the long tailed trait in the x-axis and the number of individuals in the y-axis, we can get this type of plot at the beginning. See here, the short and the long tailed trait got very few individuals here, while here in the intermediate trait it has the maximum, that is in the mean level. But we know that nature tries to limit the resources and bring competition among them, right? So these are the population of deer where we have short, long and intermediate type. Here the obstacle put by nature is predation. So as you know, deer is the prey to the tigers and thus the predator considered here is the tiger, right? So tiger is the predator here, and predation is also known as the driving force of natural selection, because when a tiger runs for the deer to prey, the deer with the short tail will mess up with the balance, and so they can't run very much faster. Okay, they cannot run fast, and so they are caught easily by the tiger and they get prey. While the longer tail has the disadvantage of run fast because their tail are too long and gets dragged on the ground. This get dragged on the ground, and so which disbalances them. While those deer having the intermediate type, having the best ability to run, they can balance it quite well and also run very fast, and so they escape from being eaten by the tiger. Okay, so now they can survive for longer period of time, and during this period of predation inside the deer population, as nature selects only the most favored organism, they are given the reproductive advantage. These are got the reproductive advantage. Okay, reproductive advantage, and due to which they are producing more and more individuals of intermediate tail deer. As a result of this, the trait is selected by the nature. And when you see the graph now, here consider the same type of graph as earlier, that the number of individuals in the y-axis and the traits that are selected are the x-axis. So here you can find that this was the intermediate type and this is the short type, okay, and this is the long type. So as a result of the trait being selected, intermediate being selected, sooner the graph will change into something like this. So the intermediate is favored over the extreme trade, and so the mean level of this trade is in the maximum. Selection against both extremes. Okay, the selection is against the extremes. See, the extreme values has got more diminished now than earlier. Okay, see here it has gone from here to here. Also in the right hand side you can see it has moved from right hand side to the middle. That means the intermediate is getting much populated now. That means nature is stabilizing the selection. Here stabilizing means getting favored, okay, getting favored of the intermediate trade, while the disruptive selection is going lower. The intermediate trade which is getting lowered is found in disruptive selection, and the directional selection is toward the right hand side, that is towards a particular direction, okay, either from left to right or right to left. So this is all about the stabilizing selection. I hope you understood it well. Wait for my next lecture to come. Till then, bye bye, have a good day.